I welcome you all back to my platform. If you are new to this platform, make sure you subscribe, you like the video, and share with others. So we are going to discuss through a lot of questions related to atoms, elements, electronic configuration, how to find the protons, neutrons, electrons, just like that. So all the questions which are here will cover all those questions. So the first question that we are given here is saying, define an atom and element. So they want us to give two definitions here. The definition for an atom, they want us to give the definition of an atom. So what is an atom? This is a simple definition that you need to know. An atom is the smallest particle. So whenever we're talking about an atom is the smallest particle. So this is a smallest particle that is contained. So a smallest particle that is contained in an element. This is the definition of an atom. So whenever you are talking about an atom, you are talking about a smallest particle that is contained in an element. Some people will tell you that, which is correct. I'm not saying it is not a right definition. No. Some people will tell you that an atom is the smallest particle that can take part in a chemical reaction. So whenever we are talking about atoms, we are talking about smallest particles that can take part in a chemical reaction. But with this definition, I've said this is the smallest particle that is contained in an element. And the first question, we were not only told to define an atom, but also an element. What is an element? An element is a substance. So you need to know that this is a substance. Whenever we are talking about an element, this is a substance that is, so is a substance that is made up of one type of material. So this one is made up of one type of material, and it cannot be split out neither. So it cannot be split out either by, so it cannot be split out. So it cannot be split out either by chemical means or physical means. So split out either by chemical means, so by chemical means or physical means. So chemical means or physical means. This is what you need to know and understand on an element. Some people will tell you that an element is a pure substance. So you need to know that definition also. An element is a pure substance. So we've defined what an atom is. We've also defined what an element is. Let us move to the next question. We move to the next question. So let us move to the next question. What is the next question saying? The next question is telling us, draw the structure and electronic configuration of sodium. So we put down the structure and the electronic configuration of sodium. So if you check on your periodic table, sodium is like this. This is the symbol for sodium, the proton number 11, the mass number 23. So the first thing that we are going to start with is the electronic configuration. How can we write the electronic configuration? So electronic configuration, this is a configuration that is telling us how electrons are being filled in shells. So you need to know that the first shell, so whenever you're talking about the first shell. The first shell should only contain 2 electrons. So the first shell should only contain 2 electrons. The second shell at your level, what you need to know is that it must contain 8 electrons. So 8 electrons. Even these other shells here, we've got the third shell, fourth shell. Just know that we need to have 8 electrons all together. We need to have the 8 electrons all together. So from the 11 here, in the first shell, we need to have how many? We need to have 2. So you get your 2 there. You say 2. You can put this or you can use a comma. There is no problem on that. So you say comma. Secondly, so from the 11 you remove 2, you remain with 9. So second shell we need to have 8. So looking at the electrons we are having at hand, we are having how many are they? They are 9. So it's very possible to get the 8 of them. Then you remain with what? You remain with 1. So if you add all these, you discover that you're going to have how many? 11 there. Why am I using this one? You can ask yourself, why are you using the 11 there? Because you are using the word electron. What you need to know is that whenever you are talking about a neutral atom, the number of electrons are equal to the number of protons. So proton number is equal to electron number whenever we are dealing with a neutral atom. This is what you need to get and understand. So let's make sure we understand that. So after you do that, the other thing that you now need to do is you write down the structure. So this is sodium. You are going to do this. The first shell, you put how many? You put 2. Put 2 like this. Second shell, you put how many? 8. So you put 8. You say 2 there, 4, 6, 8, like that. The last shell, you put how many? Just 1. You do that. So that's how you need to do it. That's how you need to put those shells in this. So this is how you need to answer it, and these are procedures that you need to follow. So this is how you need to do it. These are procedures that we need to get and understand. So let's understand this. Let's get this concept. So we've answered. I've written the electronic configuration here and the structure is here. So these are the 2 things we need to do. These are things that we need to understand. So I've just done that. Hope you've seen how I've answered this one. So before I proceed, I'm conducting online tuitions. So if you are interested in starting, you can contact me on this number where I'll get to explain these things nicely to you. You understand them. When you're under my online tuitions, you'll be able to ask questions where you've not understood, where you need to catch up. This is my WhatsApp number. You can text me on this WhatsApp number, which is 0971 066747. This is my number. You can text me on this one. Then I'll be able to help you out with this subject, be it mathematics, chemistry, and physics. You are a GCE candidate, or you know someone that is a GCE candidate. I'm here to help you. I'm here to prepare you. So I'll explain this to you nicely, slowly, so that you understand everything that you didn't understand when you had chance to be in class. So let us now move to the last question. We move to our last question. So let us move to the last question. So we go to the last question. So how is the last question saying? They're just telling us, find the proton, electrons, and the neutrons of what? Magnesium atom. So you ask yourself, how is magnesium written? How is magnesium written? Magnesium is like this. This is how magnesium is like this. We've got a proton number there, 12. We've got the mass number there, 24. So what you need to know is that the proton, yeah, it's very easy to get the proton. The proton is this one, 12. So just get that one, 12, like that. Then the next one, what's the next one? The next one, you take electrons. So I've told you that the number of electrons are equal to the number of protons. So here there is 12, even here it is 12. As long as you're dealing with a natural atom, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to get. We move to the other part, which is the neutrons. So I'll say N. Neutrons is equal to, you say A is the mass number minus proton number. This is the formula that we get to use. This is the formula that you need to know. So N is equal to, what is the mass number of magnesium? The mass number of magnesium is what? 24. Minus proton number, it is 12. So there, when you subtract to do your mathematics, which answer you getting? You're also getting a 12. This is the number of neutrons. This is the number of electrons. This is the number of protons. I've answered this question for you. This is how you need to answer it. These are procedures that you need to do. So here you can put these. There's no problem. You can be putting these like this. There is no problem as long as you've indicated this. So like using commas like that. So this is the electronic configuration that you need to know. This is the structure, and these are the protons, neutrons, and electrons that you need to know. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment.